Welcome to MBK study. In this video I am going to explain you about principle of method of mixture and its derivation. So students, without delay, let's start the topics. So first we will see what is principle of method of mixture. When two or more bodies at different temperatures are brought into thermal contact, then net heat lost by the hot bodies is equal to net heat gained by the cold bodies until they attain thermal equilibrium. If heat is not lost by any other process. So here total heat lost by the hotter body is equal to total heat gained by the cold body. So we can write it as net heat lost is equal to net heat gain. This is known as a principle of method of mixture. Now let's see its derivation. Case 1, situation 1. Take two beakers of same size and pour 200 milliliter of water in each of them. Now heat the water in both beakers till they attain the same temperature. If you pour this water from these two beakers into a large beaker, what happens, or what could you expect the temperature to be? Measure the temperature of the mixture. What do you observe? You will observe that the temperature of mixture remains same, that is equal to 60 degrees Celsius. What could be the reason for the fact you observe? The reason is the masses, temperature and material are same. So that's why the temperature remains same. Situation 2. Take two beakers of same size and pour 200 ml of water in each of them. Now heat the water in one beaker to 90 degrees Celsius and other to 60 degrees Celsius. Mix the water from these two beakers in a large beaker. Measure the temperature. What will the temperature of the mixture be? The temperature of the mixture is 75 degrees Celsius you will get. Measure temperature of the mixture. What did you notice? You notice that the temperature of mixture is average between the two temperature, 90 plus 60 degree. If you take the average, you will get 75 degree. Here we notice that the temperature of mixture is average between those two temperatures. Can you give reasons for the change in temperature? Yes, the reason is it has same masses, same material, but different temperatures. Situation 3. Take two beakers of same size and pour 100 ml of water in one beaker and 200 milliliter of water in another beaker. Now heat the water in one beaker to 90 degrees Celsius and other to 60 degrees Celsius. Mix the water from these beakers into a large beaker. Measure the temperature of the mixture. What is the temperature of the mixture? Yes, this time you are getting 70 degrees Celsius. We are not getting the same temperature of the two samples. We are not getting the temperature of the average of the two samples, but here we are getting the different temperature, that is 70 degrees Celsius. So the temperature of the mixture is 70 degrees Celsius. What difference do you notice in the change of temperature? Yes, the difference is the temperature of mixture is not equal to average between the two temperatures. Now what could be the reason? Let us find out by taking with reference to situation 3. Let the mass of the samples, we have taken the two samples here, M1 and M2. M1 is 100 grams and M2 is 200 grams of water. Let the initial temperature of samples T1 and another sample T2. T1 we are considering as 90 degrees Celsius and T2 is 60 degrees Celsius. Now let T be the final temperature of the mixture. But the final temperature of the mixture is lower than T1 but higher than T2. It means the temperature of the mixture will be in between 90 to 60 degree, in between T1 and T2. So here T1 we are calling it as hotter sample and T2 we are calling it as cooler sample. So and it is lower than temperature of the hotter samples T1 but higher than the temperature of colder sample. This means that hot sample has lost heat, that is T1, nothing but first sample will lost the heat, and second sample, the temperature of second sample is T2, it will gain the heat. So the amount of heat lost by hotter sample is how much? It is denoted by, heat is denoted by a letter capital Q, and the first sample, so that's why we are taking it as Q1, is how much? M1S T1 minus T. And this equation how we got means by using the equation, for we know the formula already we discussed in the previous videos. If you don't know that formula, you go to the previous video, watch it, you will understand clearly. The formula is Q is equal to MS delta T. So first sample, so that's why we are taking it as Q1. Mass of the first sample is M1. Specific heat we are taking water here, so that's why we are taking S. S is a specific heat of water. And change in temperature, how much we can see the change in temperature after mixing? The change in the temperature will be T1 minus T. So you have to subtract the temperature T from T1. In the same way, the amount of heat gained by the cooler sample, second sample. So second sample, so that's why we are taking it as Q2, and by using the same formula MS delta T, mass of the second sample, so that's why M2. Here also we are considering water, so that's why specific heat is S. And this time we are changing temperature, we are taking it as T minus T2. Why? Because here hotter sample is T and cooler sample is T2 after mixing. So T minus T2. Since heat lost by the hotter sample is equal to heat gained by the cooler sample. Just now we saw in the previous clip, we are discussing about the definition of method of mixture. There how much heat lost by the hotter sample is equal to heat gained by the cooler sample. The two heats gain or lost, that must be equal. So assuming here no loss of heat, that is Q1 is equal to Q2. Heat lost is equal to heat gain. So that's why Q1 is equal to Q2. And which can be written as we got a Q1 value M1S T1 minus T is equal to Q2 value M2S T minus T2. Now open the bracket, multiply it, M1S T1 minus M1ST is equal to M1ST M2ST minus M2ST2. Now you can take the common here. Before taking the common, just to send minus M1 sent to the other side, it becomes plus M1ST. In the same way, minus M2S2 is sent to the other side, it becomes plus M2S2. So the equation you will get here, M1ST plus M2ST is equal to M1ST1 plus M2ST2. So here you can see ST, you can take the common here, and here you can take the common SS. So after taking the common, you will get the equation ST into M1 plus M2 is equal to S into M1 T1 plus M2 T2. So here we can cancel SS. After cancelling the equation, you will get T M1 plus M2 is equal to M1 T1 plus M2 T2. Now from this, we want T here. The T is the final temperature. So T, if you want T means you have to send M1 plus M2 to the other side. It comes to denominator. So you will get the equation T is equal to M1 T1 plus M2 T2 by M1 plus M2. So this equation is used to find the resultant temperature of the mixture. Now let's see determination of specific heat of a solid. Aim. To find the specific heat of a given solid, the given solid we are taking it as here lead shot. Material required: calorimeter, thermometer, stirrer, water, steam heater, wooden box and lead shot. So these are the material required to do this experiment: calorimeter, thermometer, stirrer, water, steam heater, wooden box and lead shot. And lead shot weight of that should be at least 50 grams. Minimum should be 50 grams. Procedure. So measure the mass of calorimeter along with stirrer. So this is calorimeter and this one is stirrer. So you have to measure the mass of this calorimeter along with stirrer. Let it be that mass is m1. Now fill 1/3 of the volume of calorimeter with water. Measure its mass and temperature. When you measure the mass after filling, you will get the mass of calorimeter and water. Let it be its mass is m2. Now if you want only the mass of the water, what you have to do? You have to subtract mass of the calorimeter from this mass of calorimeter plus water. So mass of the water m2 minus m1. You have to subtract m1 from m2. The temperature of calorimeter you have to measure with the help of a thermometer. Let it be T1. So the temperature, one thing you have to note here, the temperature of water is T1 and temperature of a calorimeter is also T1. So that's why the note point is calorimeter and water at the same temperature. So what the temperature of water is there, the same temperature will be will have the calorimeter here, that is T1. Now take a few lead shots and place them in hot water or steam heater or steam water. Heat them up to a temperature 100 degrees Celsius. Let this temperature be T2 degrees Celsius. This T2 is 100 degrees Celsius. Now transfer the lead shot quickly into the calorimeter. After transferring, you will notice that it becomes a mixture of water and lead shot. So this is, we call it as mixture, and it will settle to a certain temperature after some time. Now see the temperature, measure this temperature, and the temperature is taken as T3. This is T3 is the temperature of the mixture. Now measure this mixture mass. If you measure this mixture mass, you will get the mass of water, mass of calorimeter and mass of lead shot. Let it be M3. So mass of calorimeter plus water plus lead shot M3. Now if you want only the mass of the lead shot, you have to remove the mass of water and calorimeter. So we got the mass of water and calorimeter is M2. So you have to subtract M2 from M3. You will get the mass of the lead shot, M3 minus M2. Let us take the specific heat of calorimeter be SC, lead shot be SL and water be SW. Since no loss of heat to surroundings, hereafter pouring the lead shot into the water, it should place in a wooden box so that there should be no loss of heat to the surrounding. This is the wooden box. Now according to the method of mixtures, we know that heat lost is equal to heat gain. Who is losing the heat here? He lost by the solid, that is lead shot, and heat is gaining by the calorimeter and water. So that's why we are writing as heat gain by the calorimeter plus heat gain by the water. So we know that formula ms delta T, heat lost by the solid is here lead shot, mass of the lead shot is M3 minus M2, we got it, and specific heat of lead shot is SL, and temperature of lead shot after mixing in the mixture is T2 minus T3 is equal to heat gain by the calorimeter. Mass of the calorimeter we are taking it as M1, and specific heat of calorimeter is S3, and how much heat after adding the lead shot to the water it gains is T3 minus T1. If you subtract this one, you will get one value. So that value is the heat gained by that calorimeter. In the same way, plus heat gained by the water. So mass of the water we got M2 minus M1, and specific heat of water is SW, and heat gained by the water is T3 minus T1. So in this equation, if you see, we can take the common T3 minus T1 here. Here also T3 minus T1, T3 minus T1. So if you take the common, you will get M1 SC plus M2 minus M1 SW into T3 minus T1. Now here we want the specific heat of lead shot. So that's why transpose M3 minus M2 into T2 minus T3 to the other side. It comes to denominator. So you will get the equation like this. SL is equal to M1 SC plus M2 minus M1 SW into T3 minus T1 by M3 minus M2 into T2 minus T3. So this is the equation which is used to find the specific heat of lead shot. Knowing the specific heat of calorimeter and the specific heat of water, we can calculate the specific heat of lead shot, that is solid. Thank you. I hope student, you must have liked this video. If so, please like this video and share it with all your friends. Tell us how you like this video by writing it in the comment box. And if you are not subscribed to MBK Study channel yet, please subscribe to it and press the bell icon so that you do not miss any of the videos that follows. Thank you.